Side through 3 and 4. He's got about 10 car lengths still over Matthew Hicks. Again, former track champion here at the Barona Speedway Park. Smith still up front, about a half a straightaway over Hicks. Rouchy Jr. still runs that third spot in the 911 with Michael Thing out of Campo in that fourth spot. Wide flag out this time as Smith goes a little bit high off of turn number 4, but too little too late for Hicks as he's still about 8 car lengths back. One last time down the back straightaway, it's going to be Norco, California's Tom Smith's going to let that right rear rip off the lip. He'll come down the front straightaway. He'll pick up your heat race number 1 for your IMCA Modifieds. Hicks will come home second, Rouchy third, and run out your top 4, and your final transfer spot will be the 38T of Michael Thing. So it's Michael Thing in the 38T, the 911 of Vinny Rouchy, the 28 of Matthew Hicks. And that's here. He comes down the front straightaway. Your heat race number 1 winner, it's Tom Smith. Well, that one was a pretty one, exciting right there, Craig. I don't think they're going to get any worse from here on out because they're definitely got a fast track here tonight at the Barona Speedway Park.
It's definitely going to be a heck of a show here. That is just heat race number 1. We got 2 more to go. Should be interesting to get them all lined up. Once again, a lot of these drivers come from all over to meet here at day 1 of the summer shootout. Heat race number 2 will be the 19 of Andy Papp. The 07 Troy Morris out of Bakersfield. The 7 Jake Griffin on the inside of row 2 out of Valley Center. Outside of him will be Brian Brown out of Ramona in the 7901. Back to row number 3, PJ Dyke, the 33 out of Moole. Outside of him, the 77 of Cole Dick. Man, that car has got a monster in that thing. It runs good. And both these cats starting in the back, so this should be interesting for heat race number 2. Let's get a couple laps here to roll in that outside, see if there's going to be any takers willing to put it up against the fence. That's going to be a good one later on the night. See who takes it high, wide, and handsome. Maybe that might work for some. See who's going to be the bottom feeder and stays on the bottom and just takes it and keeps it on the bottom. Lights out on the track. Heat race number 2. We should be looking for a green this time out of turn 4 as Andy Papp's going to lead him around. Going to lead him into the La Finquita Winery restart zone. And we're going to look for a green flag out of turn 4. We go green. They got to get it straightened out. Morris in the 7, Andy Papp to 19, Brown to 7901. Cole Dick going to try and move up, 33 of PJ Dyke trying to follow. As we settle in, heat race number 2. Morris out in front, Andy Papp, Brown, Cole, and the 33 of PJ Dyke. PJ Dyke got that car hiked up as it looks like it's rotating through the corners good. But can he get it to power down? 7 still out in front, 19, 7901. Brown breaks it back in loose just a little bit, but reels it back in. 77 Cole Dick all over the back bumper. Cole trying to get to the bottom, 3 wide out of turn 4 as they head off into turn 2. Andy Papp on the outside, Cole Dick on the inside as Brown goes around in turn 2. Brian Brown, the 7901, around in turn 2. And that'll bring out a caution. Once again, if you're just joining us, 1 and done on our heat races. So 1 and done. No 2-spin rule here. Heat races we have 1 and done and no hot pits. So no car service as Brown gets that car turned around. And he will be done for heat race number 2 right now. With the 12, 16, 18 cars out here, everyone's going to make it to the B main tonight, or to the main tonight. So there's not going to be a B main. So he'll be coming back for the main event later on. Be done for the heat race. Heat race number 2 as we line them back up with the 07 of Morris, still your leader. 19 of Andy Papp in second. 77 Cole Dick in third. The 33 of PJ Dyke in fourth. And then back to the 7 of Jake Griffin. Will be the lineup here as we go back into it. Waiting for the officials to say that we're good. We'll turn the lights out on the track. Morris out of Bakersfield, California, leading him around. Troy Morris. First time seeing that one here. Not sure if he's traveled around to any other tracks, but Bakersfield, thanks for coming out here as we do the Delaware restart. So Troy Morris get the whole front row to himself, double file behind that. He's going to lead him in the Lofton-Keita Winery restart zone, and we're going to look for a green, this time out of turn 4, as they stand on the power. Troy Morris leads him into turn 1. Cole Dick's going to try and run him down, but the 19 Andy Papp on the outside at 33. PJ Dyke breaks the back end loose, but recovers. We stay green. Cole Dick trying to get in front of the 19 of Andy Papp. Papp gives him a little tap, lets him know he's not clear to get around him. 07 still out in front, 1977, 7 and 33. Troy Morris the third, your leader. Then Andy Papp in second, the 19. Cole Dick the 77 in third. Looking for some way to carry that up around the top as 19 Andy Papp gets loose. Cole Dick looking for that high line already. Taking it to the middle of the track as we had the caution come out. As leaders are closing in on the 19 of Andy Papp, what was went around in turn 2, as I think they're going to call that one on. Thought he almost got cleared, but then they had a caution out as the leaders are coming around. I don't think they thought he was going to clear that in time. So the 07, Troy Morris the third, still your leader. 77, Cole Dick. This will be a big help for him because he's going to put him right on the back bumper of your leader. And he's got that car warmed up. He's already taken a look to the outside. He's going to let that thing eat. Once again, he's got a couple main event wins here so far. Grandma's Motor under the hood. 33 PJ Dyke will pick up that third spot right now as they fall back in line. 7 of Jake Griffin will pick up fourth in the lineup. Couple laps to the outside here, roll it in. As the 19 Andy Papp is leaving out the track exit, the back of the track exit. So the 07, Troy Morris the third, leading him around as a double file butt behind him. So once again, Delaware restart here. Leader has the whole front row to himself, then double file behind that. Morris is going to lead him down the back straightaway into the Lofton-Keita Winery restart zone, and we'll look for another green for heat race number 2 here at Barona Speedway. Summer Shootout. We go green, heat race number 2. Morris trying to hold him off. Troy Morris trying to hold off the 77 of Cole Dick. Yeah, motor's revved up down the back straightaway. Cole Dick trying to make that pass on the outside. Can he make that top groove work already? Hammers it in there. Trying to get it turned down to the inside. Troy Morris trying to hold that car off as a 77. Now the 33 PJ Dyke trying to get up in the mix. These two, the 77 and 33, trying to catch this 07 of Troy Morris. Morris trying to do all he can to hold him off. White flag out last time around. Hammering it down the back straightaway. Morris going to defend on this one. 77 Cole Dick going to drive it in the corner, but checkered flag's going to drop on the 07. So the 07, Troy Morris the third, taking the checkered flag, followed by the 77 Cole Dick, the 33 of PJ Dyke, and the 7 of Jake Griffin. Man, that 77, you can hear that thing's mad when it gets going.
Yeah, that heat race definitely didn't disappoint as well.
That just lets you know what's coming up, like for the main events tonight. These guys are going to be going out, trying that high line. Anyone's willing to put it up against the fence, they might make it work.
That's for sure. So we're about ready to fire off our final heat race for your IMCA Modifieds. On the pole. It's going to be the 3AC of Austin Kiefer to his outside. It's Bill Miller in the 35. It'll be Danny Perry the third in the 59 inside row number 2, and to the outside the 93 of Kyle Morris. And rounding out your 6-car field, it's going to be the 61 of Dalton Houghton, and to the outside the 44 of Bill Hackett. Again, 6 cars, 8 laps the distance for your final heat race for your IMCA Modifieds. Again, your top 4 are going to go to the redraw for the main event later on tonight, battling out for $1,000 to win for your IMCA Modifieds. So your pole sitter came home a nice second-place finish last week in that 3AC car, brought his maybe soon to be father-in-law with him. Tom Smith had a great heat race earlier tonight, so going to be a great heat race here right now with these two guys on the front row with Austin Kiefer and Bill Miller. Don't count out Kyle Morris back there in that 93 as well. Definitely fast around here at Barona as well as the Paris Auto Speedway up north.
It's great to see Danny Perry back out. That kid who used to race in the mini track in the middle, he was one of our junior drivers for a long time and then picked up in the big cars. Now in a modified back out here, back at the home track he grew up at.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, we got a lot of those kids in our sport compact class who you'll see out here that came from our mini divisions as well. See, these mini divisions are definitely doing what they're supposed to do. They're honing the talents of all of our drivers.
That is one of my favorite divisions right now. That sport compact thing is really giving a chance to people to come out of the grandstands, get right into a race car at pretty cheap, and they're a lot of fun. And we've been having some good sport compact racing here.
And with that, the caution lights are extinguished. It's going to be a California-Arizona battle from the front row. Kiefer and Miller. And Kiefer drops the hammer first. He'll lead the field down into turn number 1. Kiefer off the pace off of turn number 2. They're going to call that start back as they thought Kiefer got a little bit too good of a jump start there, so probably warning through his receiver radio. So it's Kiefer, Miller, your front row. Perry and Morris, your second row. Houghton and Hackett, your final row. Again, top 4 are going to go to the redraw here later on tonight. We're about ready to fire off our final heat race one more time. And it's go time. Green is out. And a little bit better start by Miller that time. He's going to try to run the top side. Kiefer pushes up in front of him. Kiefer will take that top spot into turn number 3. Here comes Kyle Morris up on the top side. Not able to make anything happen. It's still Kiefer, Miller 1 and 2. Perry up on the top shelf trying to take over third. That'll be the 61 of Houghton running into that third spot. Perry will slide into 4th. Now he's going to come under the charge of the 93 of Morris. Back out front, it's Austin Kiefer, the youngster out of Bakersfield in that 3AC. He's got about a half a straightaway lead over the veteran Bill Miller in that car number 35. Miller now has a mirror full of Dalton Houghton at number 61 as they go through turns 1 and 2. Miller still got that second spot with Houghton right there on his back bumper. 4 in, 4 to go this time by the flag stand for Kiefer. Miller still slots in second. Houghton third, got a battle right now for 4th. As Perry able to slide underneath the 93 of Morris, take over that 4th spot, that final transfer spot, and for the redraw. It's Kiefer, Miller, Houghton, Perry, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now, the 93 of Morris on the outside looking in for that redraw. 2 laps to go for Kiefer. A full straightaway lead over the rest of the field as now Houghton rotates down the bottom underneath Miller off of turn number 2. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Houghton with a bit better ride. He's going to slide across and open Miller as the white flag comes out for your leader, Kiefer. Miller's going to try to reverse the roll as he's going to try to win that bottom side through turns 1 and 2. Battle for that second spot starting to heat up as your leader's going to come across with the win. It'll be Austin Kiefer with the win. Houghton's going to come home in second, the 61. Miller third and the 35. And rounding out your 4th and final transfer spot would be the 59 of Danny Perry Jr. So that will complete our heat races for your IMCA modifieds. We'll turn over to Craig Kitts, now the Dirt Dude, for the call on the next race.
Man, that was some good racing action. You can see they're already starting to use the middle of the track. A couple of guys venturing to the outside. They're going to try that high line a little bit later. And then once again, a couple on the bottom. It seems to be working all over this track for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's just get better and better as this night goes on. As this moisture is going to come back up as soon as that sun gets all the way down.
Yeah, once we get that big heat tab down out of the sky and the moisture can come back up out of the ground, Heat race for our one and only for our IMCA stock car street stock / division. IMCA street stock / street stocks, stock cars. The 47, Cameron Pierce out of Lake Matthews. 37, Nick Brady out of Cajon on the second row. The 4A of Keith Altig out of Imperial Beach. The 83 on the outside. Showtime, Brian Fitzgibbons out of Ramona. The 28, Dan Burkowski. The 99, Perry Humphreys. The 42, Sonny Trent. The 25, 225, the dog catcher's car is going to be Nathan DeRegan tonight. Another one of our junior drivers that started right here in the infield. And the 74, M of Miranda Scott out of Bakersfield, making the trip down here. Almost looks like a hobby stock on that one. Couple mixed in here, but this is once again a combined class. IMC stock cars and street stocks is where making the transition from our Barona stock cars to the IMCA stock car class. Kind of doing a half IMCA sanctioned thing and our own street stock class here mixed together. Pretty competitive during both. Brian Fitzgibbons, really one of the good hot shoes to watch out here. Keith Altig's got a good car through this field. Sonny Trent's got a really good car. She's been a lot. Nathan DeRegan, I think that's kind of his first time here in a street stock. So we'll see. But he's been out here in pony stocks and everything else. Like I said, one of our junior drivers started here in a mini dwarf, worked his way up to the junior sprints, and then to the big track out here. Painterbuilt Motorsports has been helping him out, as now he stopped on the front straightaway here as he gets it refired.